less than... Good. We're getting this started in less than 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm really excited. I'm so pumped up. I'm so fired up about this amazing, phenomenal mastery series we're going to be getting ourselves involved with. But before we get into the main deal of the day, I really want to connect with everyone on the call. If you're on this call right now, I want to connect with you. I really want to know wherever it is you're connecting from. I want to know what country, I want to know what city, I want to know what state, what county, what community. I mean, just rep your country, rep your state on the chat box right now. Let me know where each and every one of you are connecting from. Let me know where each and every one of you are connecting from. I see David Scott from New York City. Hey, brother, how is New York City doing today? I see Shama from Netherlands. What's going on in Netherlands? What's going on in Netherlands? I see Yemi Taiwo from Lagos, Nigeria. What is happening at your end, bro? I see Blessing from Netherlands. Blessing, how is Netherlands doing today? I see Martin from Nova Scotia, Canada. What's happening in Nova Scotia today? I see Ifeanyi from Kaduna, bro. Tell me, what's going on in Kaduna? How's the weather over there? I see Precious from Benin, Nigeria. What is happening in Benin today? I see Davis from Lagos. Hope your end is sunny. It's quite sunny here. I see Prisikumi from Accra, Ghana. What is happening in Accra, Ghana today? I see Madame Nonsolo from South Africa. What is happening in South Africa this afternoon? I'm pretty excited. I see Zawai from South Africa. I'm really excited and pumped up to have each and every one of you from different parts of the world today. Right? I want to start with a quote. One of the American philosophers, I don't know if he's an American philosopher, and I'll say it, Eric Hoffer. Eric Hoffer made a statement a time ago, long time ago, before I was even giving birth to. Yeah, he said, in times of change, the learners... I'm getting a signal that my internet connection is unstable. Can everyone hear me? Just tell me. I have backup networks, like even the internet. Even internet cannot disturb me today. So please let me know. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Fantastic. Even the internet would not stop me today. I have backup network. So back to what I was saying. Eric Hoffer said, in times of change, the learners inherit the earth, while the learned literally find themselves beautifully equipped in a world that no longer exists. I'm going to break it down. We have two categories of individuals. We have learners and we have the learned, right? Now, the amazing thing is that everyone is a learned. It doesn't matter, and this is not a question of whether you've been it, whether you're educated, whether no. This has nothing to do with the traditional education system. No, it has nothing to do with that. Everyone is learned, right? It could be at your craft, it could be at your skill, it could be at your workplace. In fact, you learn from life experience, right? So everyone is a learned, but not everyone is a learner. Some people live their life today based on what they've known in the past, while few others understand that they've learned some things in the past, but they're literally looking for more opportunities to learn new things in the present world. Right now, this category of people that are looking to learn new things are the ones that inherit the earth. Right? The ones that have learned things in the past and feel like, you know what, I'm not going to open my mind to learn again, are the ones that are beautifully equipped in a world that no longer exists. And so when I look at this statement, it just gives me an idea of the categories of individuals we have. We have people who are open-minded to learning, and we have people who don't even want to learn anything. They are just so good with whatever it is they do. Guess what? If you check out on the latter, if you check out on the individuals who are not open-minded to learning, it's a matter of months, years, before they become obsolete, right? Because the world is moving, the world is evolving, right? So just the same way the world is evolving in the general space, it's also evolving in the Forex space. And I kid you not when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, right, that if you've been trading Forex 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and you're trading Forex right now, you know there's a huge difference, right? Particularly for myself, I've been trading the foreign exchange market for 4 years now. I'm full-time into this. But I know what I know what I'm saying when I tell you that things have changed. There's been a whole lot of evolving, even in the Forex market space. And guess what? There are different strategies, right? There are so many strategies. I can't even, to be candid, I can't even tell you the number of strategies that exist in the market. As a matter of fact, you as an individual could be the one that you want to decide. You want to literally create your own strategy, right? But here's what makes sense. Your strategy is not what makes you money. No. Your strategy is not what makes you money. Your consistency with a strategy is what makes you money. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 minute, just 1 minute, please. All right, I'm back here. Sorry. Good. Can everyone hear me? So it's not your strategy that makes you money. It's the discipline with your strategy that earns you money, right? And I've said it over and over again for everyone who is on this call who have been opportuned to train at any point in time. I keep saying it. Your strategy is not what determines or decides on what the market will do. No. There's no need to help anybody, ma. The link is opened. I didn't put any waiting room. Thank you so much. All right, so it's open. Anybody can join it whenever they want to, as long as they have the password to the meeting. Thank you so much for that. So back to what I was saying. The strategy you use in the foreign exchange market is not what will make you money. It's your discipline with the strategy. And guess what? This is what strategy does to you. It helps you stay disciplined in a space where you could be distracted to be in discipline. Strategy is that checkpoint that helps you stay disciplined. Strategy is the only reason why you would not go into the market and then want to just enter a trade for a buy. Let's check this out. So strategy is the only reason why you would not look at this and say you want to sell the market or you want to sell USD JPY. Strategy is the reason why you would not look at Euro USD and say, you know what, I just want to buy Euro USD. Strategy is what gives you those guidelines, those principles on what you need to do, on what you need to look out for, on the conditions that need to be met before you execute a trade. So at the end of the day, that you know a strategy does not in any way reflect on your profitability in the Forex space. It doesn't. It's your discipline with the strategy that makes you profitable in the market, right? And so I'm going to go back to this. We're going to dive deeply into Forex Mastery over the next 3 sessions. Today is day 1, Saturday, the 11th of November. Day 2 would be Monday, 13th of November. Day 3 would be Wednesday, 15th of November. Now, over these 3 sessions or these 3 days, right, what I'm going to be doing with each and every one of you is to give you infinite insight into price action trading. I'll tell you this, and you can quote me anywhere. Even the greatest of traders understand that nothing beats price action trading. You could have all the indicators in the world. You could have all the robots in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to price action trading, technical analysis, forget it. It stands out. It stands out. So whatever I'm going to be sharing with you about this next couple of days, it's not something you want to take with ends of levity. I told you, if you're going to put a price to whatever it is I'm going to be dishing out on this sessions, for people that know me, for my partners, they know what I'm talking about. We should be talking about the tens of thousands of dollars. Because truthfully, not everybody that trades, not everybody that has been trading even understand these things broken down, right? So I'm going to be giving insights on identifying and drawing support and resistance zones. I'm going to be giving insights on break and retest of zones. And I'm going to be giving insights on the confirmation and the execution of trades. Now, it is important that we start from the end in mind. It's important we start with the end in mind, right? So I'm going to just give you an overview of whatever it is we're going to be doing, how profitable it is, and then we'll bring it back to the beginning. Does that make sense? Put in a 7 on the chat box. If all I've said so far makes sense to you, put in a 7 on the chat box. So I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to go to the end now. Oh, if you learn this, if you get the insight on identifying and drawing of zones, if you get the insight on break and retest of zones, if you get the insight on confirmation and execution, what would happen to you? How can you be profitable? I'm going to go to that point now. First, show you what is likely going to happen to you, right? And then bring it back to the beginning, right? Okay, good. So I see so many people with responses. Oh, what I'm saying makes sense. Fantastic. So this is it. Somebody give me a currency pair. I don't want to be biased today. The first currency pair that appears on my chart is what I'm going to look at. So you all would understand that whatever I'm teaching can be applied to any currency, to any currency pair. So I'm seeing GBP AUD is the first one I got. So we're going to go into GBP AUD. Why am I not seeing gold? Nobody is typing gold. No, nobody is typing gold. I know so many of you are lovers of gold. So many of you are lovers of gold. Everybody wants to trade gold. Why? Because gold makes so much, it literally makes so much money on gold within the shortest frame of time. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. I'm going to start by marking up zones. See, this is a support zone right here, all the way to this point. And then this is a resistance zone right here, all the way to this point. That's one. This is also a support zone right here, all the way to this point. Sorry, this is also a resistance zone. This is a resistance zone here, right? This is equally a resistance zone right here. Good. So I want you all to look at something here. When it comes to uptrend, can see, share your screen. Oh, are you serious? My goodness. So you've not been seeing my screen. Can everyone see my screen now? My sincere apologies. I thought I would share my screen. Seriously? Can everyone see the screen now? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry about that. So yes, taking a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 different movements in the market. We have the uptrend, we have the downtrend, we have the sideways movement. The sideways movement could also be classified as the consolidation. But don't worry, this call is not going to be more than 1 hour. I promise you, it's not going to exceed 1 hour. It's not a long call, right? So we have the uptrend, we have the downtrend, we have consolidation. Now, let me quickly give you a view of what this means. This is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. This is an uptrend movement. And then I'll quickly explain something here. So, ladies and gentlemen, an uptrend movement consists of a high and a low. Not just that, it consists of a higher high and a higher low. A higher high, a higher low. A higher high, a higher low. A higher high, a higher low. This is what makes an uptrend complete. This is the pattern. This is the kind of pattern an uptrend market would have. Let's quickly talk about a downtrend. A downtrend would be this. A downtrend will form a pattern of a lower low, a lower, it will form a trend of a low high and a low low. A low high and then a low low. Maybe like that. Or yes, a low high and then a low low. Now, pushing it down, you'd see something like a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Now, this is the pattern for a downtrend. Moving it forward, a consolidation market or a sideways directional market would be like this. Or it could be something like this. Anyhow, when you see a sideways market, what you'll be able to deduce is you'd be able to observe that there's a pattern. Price is literally just dancing within a particular area. You know, how many of you have been to the hospital? Is there anybody that has not been to the hospital? Of course, everybody has been to the hospital. But how many of you have found there's this particular machine they used to check the human, is it the heart rate? Yes, the heart rate or the heartbeat, whatever. I'm not in the medical line, right? With this sort of spiral symbol, you see it moving like that. Yeah, yeah. Now, consolidation is when the human body is in a great shape, or when human is breathing. That's consolidation. When it becomes a tiny line, what happens? Somebody tell me. What happens when it becomes a tiny line? Somebody talk to me, please. Nobody. Do we have anyone who understand what I'm saying here? When you go to the hospital and somebody is placed on this particular machine, I don't really know the name, yeah, with spiral symbol, it moves and then they say, oh, the person is still stable. It could be doing surgery or something. The person is dead. Thank you so much. Thank you so. My network debt is, thank you. The person is dead. So what makes a consolidating market? Pause. Thank you. That's the pause. When the pause is moving sideways, that's a consolidating market. When it is straight line, there's no pause. So what I'm going to do right now is to make you understand the movement of an uptrend. So this is literally an uptrend market. And ladies and gentlemen, these are zones. I'm just going to go ahead. Somebody said my network is breaking. Okay, just give me a moment. I told you I'm ready for the network. So I'm going to switch my network right now. Not even how is it now, ladies and gentlemen? Please tell me. How is it now? It's better. Am I audible? Am I audible? Fantastic. Good. So what I'm going to do right now is mark up zones. Just going to do this. We want to get the end in mind first, and then we take it up from there. This. Good. We have this. We have this, and we have this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please focus. 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 Just focus. Now, if you look at what I've done here, ladies and gentlemen, you'd see a pattern. There's a pattern here. Price established a support zone. In fact, you know what? Just break and retest. Let me just mark these areas. These are areas where I would literally be opportune, or I would literally be able to take trades and make money from them. Price do a break and a retest here. Price do a break and a retest here. So 50 pips is what you're looking to make. 50 pips. 50 pips is what you're looking to make. 50 pips is what you're looking to make. Now, this is just a quick overview, right? These are about 3 trades I've been able to pick from this point. One was a lesson, but eventually went back up. I'm going to go in depth into this. What zones would do for you is to make you understand areas that you can get into a trade. But this is one here, and this is another one. This is a weak rejection here. It's a move, a price move from all the way from this point. Good. So this is about 4 trades right here with 3 wins and 1 loss. So what price, I said price tab. I'm not talking about price tab, but what zones would do is that it would help you understand the areas of execution. Everything I marked here are zones. And this is on GBP/AUD. Can somebody quickly give me another currency pair? I'm going to do the same thing I've done on this currency pair on another currency pair, and then you see what happens. So this is about 3 trades with 1 lesson, just from this point. The next one. Somebody finally killed me with gold. Okay. Okay, so I can see you all came back. You came at me with gold, yeah? Let's spend gold. I'm coming back to gold. USD card is the next one. USD card. So let's look at USD card and then try the same thing. I'll do it with 3 different currency pairs. Let's look at USD card. And then I'll be picking this from a fantastic. That I pick from here. Let me use a sell for this. Let me do a sell. So this is a zone here. This is a zone here. I pull down to this point. This is also another zone here. See, this is one zone here. 2. Right? Good. Let's see. This is 1 here. With some shenanigans around there. Boom. Now, let's mark this, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to work on the sell from here. You may not really understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to do right now is to show you what is possible following this blueprint. You don't know me with gold. Actually, I'll show you something amazing on gold. I've been looking at it. I don't trade gold, but I'll show you something amazing on gold. Yeah, I'll show you. Don't worry. I'll give you what you want. Give you what you want. So take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reaction here. This is another reaction here. Price did a break, did not do a retest here. Okay. So basically, this would have given you just 2 trades. One from this point, you're looking for 30 pips. And then this is another one from this point. You're looking for 30 pips. Did you see that? Those are the only 2 entries I can find here. Oh, meanwhile, there's a zone here. From here to this place. Yeah, there's a zone here, actually. Moving this forward. Okay, so we have 3, we actually have 3 trades on this. We've got 3 different trades on this. Then you have 1 move from here. 30 pips. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the other sample I gave was for what? Was for a buy. Now, would you say this is a clear pattern of low, low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low? I didn't even pick anything here. But you have a lower high here and all. Do you all see the pattern? Do you see the pattern play out? Let me know in the chat box. Can you all see the same pattern play out on this? The other one I picked was what? I think I could quickly go back to. The other one was for a, let's see, GBP. Did I remove it? GBP. Okay, good. Now the other one was was an uptrend. This is it. A high, a high low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Do you all see that? You see how it fits into the pattern? Do you all see how this fits into the pattern? When I do the pattern, I was not working on the chart. Another person, the last example, and then we go straight into today's training. We go straight into today's. Give me one currency pair. Somebody wants me to work on gold. I told you all I've been doing something on gold. You all want to see? Let's see. The reason why I don't want to teach gold, good, okay, good. I have this marked up already. Ladies and gentlemen, I have this marked up already. I have this, I was working on it yesterday with someone. I was working on it yesterday, but the reason why I don't want to teach gold is if you are not a professional, I strongly advise that you don't look at gold. If you're not a professional yet, see, gold, if you're looking to learn how to trade, gold should not be the currency pair you should be looking at. I'm serious. Because most people who have done it in the past, the lessons they've learned from gold has made them so skeptical of trading any other thing. No, you start from a position, you start from a place, and then you grow. You don't go to a place and then start coming down. It doesn't make any sense. Gold is not something you should look at. In fact, if you're on this call and you are trading gold, then maybe you're not supposed to be on this call because it simply means that you're a professional. You're a professional. But if you're looking to learn this thing and become better at it, erase gold from your mind. I just wanted to show you what I did with gold. Right? This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's about 6. 6 trades with 1 loss. That's a big deal. You have 5 wins on gold with 1 lesson, with a strategy. That's a big win. So somebody give me a currency pair to work on. Let's leave gold alone. We're not looking at gold. Somebody say gold will kill you before your time. And don't get it complicated. EJ, thank you. I'm not saying you cannot trade gold. I'm just saying if you're just getting started, only professionals are supposed to be looking at gold. Not because it's crazy, but simply because it's very, very volatile. Very, very volatile. Very, very volatile. Very, very volatile. So let's look at EJ. Where do I start from? EJ on EJ. Sheesh. I mean, EJ has been so. Do I start from this zone, bring it all the way down? I start from it, take it all the way up. Please give me another currency. Okay, don't worry. I've seen. Okay, good. So this is more like an uptrend. This is an uptrend. If you look at what I was looking for here, this is an uptrend here. Yeah, this is an uptrend, but there's a slight downtrend here, and there's another one. But I'll start from this point. So remember, all I'm doing right now is just to show you the possibility with this when you learn it. Just trying to show you the possibility. I've not even gotten into the training yet. So don't say, he just jumped the training and then started doing this. I don't even understand what this is. No. So I'll be that teacher that would, I'm that teacher that would show you what you can do with your certificate before you start receiving lectures. I'm going to be the teacher that would show you the companies you can work with before you start receiving lectures. So at any point in time when you want to give up on attending lectures, you remember that, the end goal was to actually use this certificate to work, right? That's how I want to teach. So let's take a look at this very quickly. You have the rectangle here. This is me just drawing the zones. Like this. Hey, Emmanuel, how did you get the zones? Don't worry about it. You're going to learn it. Right? Don't worry about it. You're going to learn it. I don't know how to do this thing. Don't worry about it. You're going to learn it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. A quick one. This is price breaking the zone, coming for a retest, price breaking the zone, doing a retest, price breaking the zone, doing a retest, and price breaking the zone here, equally doing a retest. Boom. Right there. Now. Took one here, 30 pips. Boom. You took another one here, 30 pips. Boom. You took another one here, 30 pips. Boom. You took another one here, ladies and gentlemen, 30 pips. Boom. Do you all see the possibility? Take a look at the pattern. Take a look at the pattern. Break. I. This is a high. This is a low. Then you have a higher high, a higher low. A higher high, a higher low. Right? A higher high here. No, a higher high. Somewhere around there, there's a weak rejection there. A higher low. A higher high, a higher low, a high before price finally starts doing a consolidation here. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, have you all been, you still seeing GA on my screen? No, you can't be seeing GA on my screen. I'm doing Euro JPY. This is Euro JPY. Am I correct? What are you all seeing on my screen right now? If you're seeing GA on my screen, there's something wrong. It's EJ, not GA. Right? Do you all see how amazing this is? You see how all of this follows the patterns of an uptrend, a downtrend. I've not talked about consolidation. Do you all understand this? Now, let's go back to our course outline. Identifying and drawing support and resistance zones. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's focus. Can we work on two currency pairs for this series? Two currency pairs. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your currency pair, the one that interests you. It's going to be by the majority. Yes. I'm picking two currency pairs. That's what we're going to work. And remember, today is day 1. Monday is day 2. Wednesday is day 3. So these are probably even currency pairs that will take trades from. Right? They're currency pairs that we would execute trades from. So just drop in whatever currency pair you want me to work on. Let me look at it. And then I'll work on the one that has the most votes. Yeah, that's the word. I work on the currency pair that has the most votes. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Time up. No more comments, no more comments. Please don't drop anything on the chat again. Just nobody should drop anything on the chat. No, if you drop anything on the chat, Damn Larry is the last. Damn Larry is the last comment I'm seeing right there. So let's start. I think I saw EU. I think EU GJ. This is gonna take me. Okay, so I'm seeing more of EU, GA, EJ. Okay, so I think EJ has so much numbers. I'm seeing EJs, yes. We have several EJs on the chart. Several EJs on the chart. And then EJ and what? Now I'm confused. What's the next one? Jeez, I'm seeing several. EJ is the only one I can pick. I think EU comes next. CU, what is CU? Can you tell me what CU is? What is CU in the market? What is CU? CHEUSD. Chelsea and USD. I've never heard of this kind of thing before. This don't even go there. CU. What is CU? See, ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very important that. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay. I'm surprised. I'm really so surprised. Swiss, it's not Swiss USD. It's USD CHF, not CHEUSD. I was surprised when I saw CHEUSD. It's USD CHF, the United States dollar versus the Swiss franc. So GJ, I think GJ, GA. I think there's a tie between GA and GJ. GA and GJ. So anyway, we'll work with EJ first. So ladies and gentlemen, now let's first and foremost, let's talk about identifying zones. There are different types of now this is where you want to focus. There are different types of time frames in the market. When you want to identify a zone, I would most likely suggest that you work on 1 hour time frame and above. You should work on the 1 hour time frame. When you want to identify a zone in the market, work on the 1 hour time frame and above. Now, how do you identify a zone? You identify a zone based on reactions, rejections, retracements. Somebody say I'm breaking. Am I breaking now? Several of you have been telling me to record. And I'm wondering why you're saying I should record when I'm actually recording. So this is it. You identify zones based on rejections, because let's bring this down a bit. If we're saying price is moving on an uptrend like this, ladies and gentlemen, you know what zones means? Zones are actually these highs and these lows price is making while moving up. These are the zones. These are things you identify based on reaction, based on rejection, based on retracement. But it should be done on the higher time, on 1 hour time frame and above. Now, let's bring this to the chart. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This moved up here and came down here, right? Moved up here and came down here. There are two different ways at which you could identify a zone. You could identify a zone based on, number one, massive retracement. When I say massive retracement, this is an example of massive retracement right here. This is a massive retracement or major retracement on the 1 hour time frame. How do I know it's major? Well, isn't it obvious that price was moving up? The buyers were in control of this market. And then when price got here, what happened? It started dropping. That's what makes this particular area a massive rejection area. It's a zone. That's one way you could identify a zone. Another way at which you could identify a zone would be by multiple retracements, multiple reversals. Right? Now, when I say multiple reversals, what exactly am I saying? Good. Take a look at this right here. We have price made a move to this point, came down, made a move to this point, came down, made a move to this point. Did you see it's kept on rejecting at a particular area so many times? It's rejected here. 1, it's rejected here. 2, it's rejected here. 3. These are the 3 different ways at which you could identify. These are the 2 different ways at which you could identify a zone. It could be by virtue of a massive retracement like this or multiple retracements. If that is clear, put in a 7 on the chart box. Let's proceed. This is a resistance zone of the obvious. As price moved up to this point and then started dropping. Moved up to this point, dropped, moved up, dropped, moved up, dropped, multiple retracement, massive retracement. Good. So many sevens enough to make me believe that everybody understands this. Now, we've been able to identify a resistance zone. Let's go identify a support zone. Support zone. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is, I love this. So this is an area where you can say price made. This is an area where you could say price made what? Let me task you guys with the responsibility of telling me. What kind of retracement is this? Is this massive or this is multiple? What kind of, if you're identifying this zone here, would it be by virtue of multiple or by virtue of massive? Multiple retracement, multiple. Someone talk to me. Someone talk to me. In fact, you know what? You get this right now. You get this right now. I'll give you $10. Multiple, massive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, closed. Don't put any comments. It's both. The question was tricky. This is both. This is both massive and massive. This is both massive and multiple. See, if I put this right here, did you see that price was coming down or price came down at this particular area? It was dropping here. When it got here, what happened? It started moving up. That's a massive one. Not just that. Not just that. When it got to this point, it moved up. It got to this point, moved up. Got to this point. So they are both. And there are cases like this. Do you all understand? You could identify a zone based on massive, yet it will still fulfill the criteria of multiples. Right? Unfortunately, nobody got my $10. Now, anyway, you could look at $10 and say $10 is more. In my country, that's over 10,000 naira. God bless Nigeria. So back to what I was saying. Now, this is an area of massive and multiples here for a support zone. But I'm trying to see if I can get a massive, just a massive without getting multiple. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an area of massive right here. Did you see this? This is an area of massive, right? You're looking for multiples. This is an area of multiple retracement. Right? Does everybody understand this? Let me know in the chat box. So I've been able to touch on how you identify zones, how you identify support zones, how you identify resistance zones. You can identify them either by means of massive retracement or by means of multiple retracement. Now let's go further into drawing of zones. So once you identify these zones, how do you draw them? Who is ready? Who is ready? When you identify these zones, how do you draw them? Now, listen, please listen attentively and listen carefully. I am not saying whatever I teach is the only way you can identify zones. I'm not saying whatever I teach now is the only way you can draw zones. And ladies and gentlemen, this is something I've been doing for 4 years now, right? And it's been amazing. If you go check what I did, what I started doing in year 2019 when I got into the space of Forex, I think I have witnessed. Is there anybody that knows me back from 2019 on this call? I'm not saying 2020, 2019. I think I have some old time friends on this call right now. Is there anybody that knows me from 2019 on this call right now? 2019. I should see one or two. I don't know if he's still on. Okay, Madam Ioma is here from 2019. No. We did not meet at Akure. Ifeanyi, you are mistaking me for somebody. I was thinking Farouk is here. Is Farouk not here? Farouk, where are you? So Farouk is a guy that knew me way back when I started learning how to trade Forex. I saw him on the call, maybe probably network as I'm taking him off. Right? Whatever I'm doing right now is what I've been doing since then. The way I draw zones now is the way I've been drawing zones since then. So I'm not saying it's the only way at which you can draw zone. No, don't leave this call and then show a professional and say, oh, this is the way to draw zone. There are different ways you can draw zones, but this is the way I draw my zones. Now, when I identify, or I identified this place as a zone right here, right? This is a zone based on what? Is this massive or multiple? Somebody tell me, is this massive? This particular area I'm identifying here, is this based on massive retracement or multiple retracement? What is saying, you're not listening to me. No, all of you saying mass, all of you saying both, you're not listening. This is massive. I said based on this particular area. Now, if I'm saying based on these areas, yeah, then you can say multiple. But based on just this area alone, right here, this is massive. Because it's obvious that price was coming all the way down. When it got here, it started moving up. That's massive. That's what makes it massive. Right? So let's go into, now I've been able to identify this place as a massive zone. What do? I pick up and you pick up an horizontal line, put it on the wick of the candle, and then put up another horizontal line on the parallel body that matches both the red and the green candle. You get a rectangle line like this, put it on the first one, put it on the second one, and then you can drive this to infinity. Driving it to infinity is by tapping the rectangle line, turning this second price bar visibility to anything higher than 15,000. That's how you send, that's how you mark up a zone. Oh, sorry, that's how you identify a zone. That's how you identify a zone. You identified it based on just this retracement. Yeah. Someone is saying, but it ranged 2 times. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Price came down to this point. This is where, see, this is the only thing I'm seeing. Yeah. Whatever I'm looking at it from this point. The price came down here and moved up. How many times did he do that? He just did that once. That's massive. Right? Got into this point and moved up. It was coming, see, price was coming down. Forget all this minor retracement. It was coming down. When it got here, what happened? It started going up. This is massive. Right? So when you identify a zone like this, you pick it from the lowest wick. You put a line on the lowest wick, and then you put a line on the body of both candles, the body of both opposing candles. Red candle is an opposing candle to green candle. Green candle is an opposing candle to red candle. And then you draw a rectangle line in between. Now, we're going to take this forward and see. Since this was a massive retracement here, let's see. We can't see what happened ahead, right? We can't see what happened ahead. But take a look at this. Let's see. Did price ever come back there? And if it did, what was the reaction? Oh, did price ever come back here? Please come back here. Please come back here. Let me see. Ah, it did not. Anyway, let's leave that. Let's leave this. But this is how you draw a zone. Now, this is a support zone I've done. Let's talk about resistance. I can see that price moved all the way to this point here and then started dropping. Now, I can say this is an area of multiples because the green candle went up, the red candle came down. Green candle went up, the red candle came down. That's multiple. Multiple and massive. It happened multiple times before the massive drop. Right? And then identifying this at this point, how do I put a line to it? The longest wick above to match the parallel body of both opposing candles. Take a look at this. You see what I did? the longest wick, right? And then the second line is on opposing candle, this green candle and the red candle. That is how I draw a zone. If I put up a rectangle line to this, ladies and gentlemen, on here, and then send it to the future by changing the second price bar visibility to anything above 15,000. Guess what happens here? Boom. I've drawn the zone. Now let's move forward. This is where I marked, right? And let's look forward and see if price reacted. And let's just move forward gradually and see if price reacted. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see this reaction here? Can you see? This is what we identified. Why is price reacting here? That zone. Let's move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see another reaction here? This is where we marked. But why is price reacting here? Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now, can you see an opposite reaction here? It's opposite to these reactions here. Moving it forward. Can you see there's also another opposite reaction? When I say opposite reaction, I'm saying at this point in time, price moved up, came down. At this point in time, price came down, moved up. Why is that? It's simply because, and I'll close with this. It's simply because whatever you identify as a resistance zone today or at this present would have been a support or resistance zone in the past and may be or could be a support or resistance zone in the future. So you see why important these zones are very, very important. You see how important these zones are. I identified this right here as a resistance zone. You see how it played out the role of a resistance zone here, a resistance zone here. But guess what? Eventually, what happened? It still played the role of a resistance zone here, slight. But guess what? Over time, it played the role of a support zone here, a support zone here. Guess what? If I take it to the past, let's see. If I take this back to the past, so we're going to the back. We're going to the back. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what happened here? It still took it as a resistance zone here. It took it as a resistance zone here. Right? Take it to the back. Take it to the back. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see how it takes it? It took it as a support zone here. Yet, still identified it as a resistance zone here. So whatever zone you mark today or at the moment, if you mark a support zone at the moment, it would have been a support or resistance zone in the past, and it could be a support or resistance zone in the future. The same goes for a resistance zone. Whatever zone you mark as a resistance today would have been a support or resistance zone in the past and would be or could be a support or resistance zone in the future. How many of you got value from today's session? Within the little frame of time, did I do anything meaningful? Even if you don't tell me, I know I did so many things that were meaningful. Damn. I did so many things that were meaningful. If this is all you can get from this session, ladies and gentlemen, forget it. You joined day 2 session and we take it a step further. So anyway, I want to really appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on today's session. We come to the end. I told you we're not going to exceed 1 hour. We come to the end of the one of the price action. I think it's okay for us to say we can check this first one, right? Insight on identifying and drawing support and resistance zone. Can we check it? Let me know in the chat box. Put in a yes or no. Can we check that we completed this first outline? Can we put a check mark on that? If you know you can put a check mark on that, just put yes, right? We can put a check mark on that. So what are we going into on Monday? The next session is going to be on Monday, the 13th of November. What are we going into on Monday? Break and retest of zones. I'm super excited. But ladies and gentlemen, this is one thing you want to do. You're on Discord. There's a reason why you're on Discord. And the reason is not just because Only you need to be on the call, right? Go ahead, share the link, communicate this to your friends that you feel they probably need to learn this. I'm going to put this, in fact, as a matter of fact, this is live on my YouTube channel right now. Let me quickly go there. This is live on my YouTube channel. So you can always go back to it. So for those of you that were asking, record, can you record this call? It's a live call. It's a live call on my YouTube channel. Can you see this? In fact, some people are watching it already. It's a live call. So after this session, you can go back to it, learn it. I can't guarantee how long it's going to be, where it is on my YouTube channel, right? So that I don't have people coming at me to say that so much value that people would pay thousands of dollars for. Why are you just putting it out there? Right? I don't know how long it's going to be there, but take advantage of it. Watch the video, learn, and most importantly, practice. I want to appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on today's session. Let's promote. We did well with the numbers today. By Monday, let's double this number. So if you're listening to me right now, you want to come on this session on Monday with 2 friends, right? Let's help others win. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. You all take care. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening or afternoon.